Hey Gemini, welcome back to Love from a Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from a Leo, and this is my channel, and this is your August 2020 tarot reading. So, okay, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts and see if I'm hearing any messages for you. So we have Gemini here, which is your sign. And the focus that I got for you guys, we got Venus and then we also got Earth, okay? So with Venus and Earth, when you combine those two, it's basically Taurus energy. So you could be thinking about a Taurus, or you could be thinking about like your earthly possessions, because Taurus basically rules that. Now with Venus and Earth, maybe some of you are trying to balance out luxury versus simplicity. Or maybe you're just thinking about money, like money is on your mind, because Venus and Earth combined is basically, you know, currency. It's the money, it's wealth, it's luxury. So, okay, some interesting combos there. As always, we're going to start off by using traditional tarot to break down the month, and then at the very end we're going to use my oracle deck here to see what the message was for the month of August. So okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on. What's interesting is Taurus actually had Gemini as their focus, so you definitely could have a Taurus on your mind. Okay, so August 1st through the 12th is the beginning of your August, and you have Judgment in reverse. So I kind of feel like you haven't made a decision on something. You are held up on trying to make a decision. Six of Cups behind that. It's almost like you are stuck in the past. You're trying to make a decision for your future, but you're stuck thinking about the past. So it's causing you to not make any movements in the present. So kind of a time loop there. Behind that we have the Queen of Cups. There's a codependent issue here. There's someone who's very attached emotionally to someone. I think it's you, Gemini. Let's see. Anything else with this Judgment? Why isn't a decision being made? So you're doing that thing, Gemini, when you just keep going back and forth in your mind and you actually make no movement because of this. And Gemini is all about movement, okay? So for you to just be stagnant is not productive. But maybe this is one of those moments where you have to sit and decide, make a decision, and then move forward. We have the World here, yeah, because if you make a decision to move on, this means this is a new chapter coming your way. This is the end of something. So that's what you're debating. Like, should I go ahead and end this cycle now, end this journey now, or do I stay a part of it because of how attached I am to this? What exactly are you attached to? I think you're in fear of being alone, but also just like fear of the unknown. We also have the Eight of Cups. So you're attached to the thoughts of being with someone. You don't want to be lonely with the Eight of Cups. This is common, obviously, but especially I find with air signs. I feel like air is the element that is always trying to find a counterpart or find their other match. And so this can be, you know, kind of hard for some of you if you are attached to someone. Like, you don't want to ever be alone. Not that you don't want to be alone, but I'm saying when you find someone that you actually like to be around a lot, it can be really hard to like separate from them. I find that with air signs, because there's a relatability concept with all of the air signs. Like Libra is about relating, literally. Aquarius is about bringing people together, humanitarianism, communication. And then you have Gemini, who is literally the twin. So when you find your twin, you're kind of like, why would I want to leave that behind, you know? But sometimes you can have an evil twin, or you can have a twin that really isn't who you think they are. And I'm speaking metaphorically, obviously, but I kind of feel like you are in a situation where you know you need to break free from something because maybe it's become toxic or unhealthy with this codependency issue, but you're having a really hard time separating from it. It could be with an Aquarius or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, I think it's someone who's very attractive. Okay, so let's go ahead and see who this person could be. Who is Gemini dreading to separate from? We have that Leo here. Okay, so that fire sign energy is coming up. The Sun. All right. So we have abundance. So you're showing up as someone who has a lot to offer. I think you're showing up as someone who's very emotional right now. I think you are communicating this, but it's all based on emotions. Like, you have a lot of ways of feeling about things and you're expressing it, but sometimes maybe you shouldn't be expressing it. I also think you're talking to a lot of different people about this, and so maybe that's why it's becoming hard for you to make a decision, because you're getting lots of input and opinions from other people. People are giving you different views and ways to see it, so it's making it to where, you know, as a Gemini, you're seeing things in so many different ways anyways. But if you're talking to specifically a Cancer or someone who literally their whole life is about seeing things in different perspectives, I think it makes it really hard for you to really come to a conclusion. So really, it's just a matter of you needing to find, I would say, what your goal is, what you would want your outlook to be, regardless of who is a part of it. It's more so about what you want to see as the end goal, and then take the steps necessary to get to that point. Now, what is the whole point of you even going through all of this? What's the deeper meaning? Five of Pentacles. Okay, so here's that Taurus energy popping up here. I think what this energy is saying, it's like you have to go through struggles to figure out what is important to you. What are the elements that you find necessary in your life? Communication, well, Mercury and Taurus is what's on this card. So quick movement of long-term goals. Like, I feel like you have a long-term goal, but you're doing quick movements to get there, when really it takes consistency, nurturing, like on a consistent basis, like long-term. So maybe that's it. Maybe you're rushing things too much. I think the situation is also teaching you how to be okay with not having everything at one time, or it's teaching you to know what it's like to not have much, or something like that, whether it's a person, a possession, or something like that. All right, so we're gonna move on to the middle of your August. So this is the 13th through the 20th. Oh, 13th through the 21st, excuse me. So we have Three of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Hierophant. So here's that Taurus energy coming up once again. So what I'm starting to feel is your ideal for a home, your ideal for safety, your ideal for security is being questioned. You are starting to see that everything that you may have thought was set in stone, maybe is not set in stone. So with Three of Pentacles in reverse, this is like someone stepping on someone's toes, someone kind of doing too much, someone not giving you enough space to breathe. But also it's about like things just not working out, or taking longer than expected, or not going according to plan. And the Hierophant in combination with this, I feel like this is something that was structured. It's a plan. It's something that was already thought out, but the way that it's being built as of now is not going according to plan. So this could be literally a house or a business, or it could be more so of like the way you see a relationship building. You know, it just depends on what you're actually dealing with. For some of you, definitely could be money involved, because we do have Venus here and we do have Earth, so it could be something on a literal matter. But for others, obviously it could be about, you know, a relationship building. So what's not working out? Five of Pentacles once again. So I am starting to think that this has something to do with money. You're not seeing growth the way that you would like to. I think it's starting to make you worry. I think you're starting to have doubts about something. Yeah, it's almost like you're waiting on money. You're waiting on a message. You may be waiting on a certain percentage of profit or something like that. Whoa. Okay. So yeah, some of you are definitely waiting on a certain outcome, like monetarily, but it just seems like there's a delay. I feel like the good news is still coming, but there's a delay for sure, and I think you're going to have to go through the code before it comes. Okay, so what is the delay being associated with? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Money. You're waiting on money. There's not enough money. And so you can't really do much about it right now but wait. So maybe there's other parts involved, like other businesses or other investors, or maybe it's just simply time. Like you just have to wait for it to balance itself out. It kind of seems like there's not much you can do about the situation. I feel like if anything, you're putting so much work into it that it's being counterproductive. Especially if this has something to do with investing or something like that. You're juggling things. You're trying to make sure everything is the way it needs to be, because I feel like you feel like you don't have the resources to fix something, or like whatever you have already started, you just have to keep it afloat because you can't afford for it to fail. And this makes you nervous. It stresses you out. But you also see a lot of possibilities with, if this works out, then this could be really good. This could be something amazing. So I do think it has something to do with investments. You're looking long term, so you're okay with taking it easy, but you do want to see the profits quicker. And then Ace of Wands in reverse. There's not much you can do. There's not much action you can take at this point. And so that may be something that's kind of frustrating you as well. Okay, so I want to see how you're showing up in the middle of your August. We have the Chariot. So you want things to move quickly. You want things to flip. You want to see a new perspective on everything. You want to see the outcome change and shift to your liking. You want it to feel right. You want it to move at a quicker pace too. I think you're impatient at this point as well. You're ready for a turn of events for sure. So what can you do? I think it's all of this stuff that's happening is to teach you patience more than anything. Especially with Gemini activity being ruled by Mercury, you're always go, 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 go. Okay, so I think this is teaching you got to slow down. Some things don't take 2 days; they take 2 months or whatever the case may be. What's the advice for Gemini? So the advice we got is the Fool. So it's kind of like, look, you're new, you're fresh to this. You can't rush the process. What I'm trying to say is, with the Fool card, it's like you're starting a whole new journey. So for you to rush in and just go extremely fast into it, yeah, you could do that. But the problem with it is you don't really know what's to come. So you could be running into a pot of lava. You could be running into a lake of, ice. And you know what I'm saying? You never know what you're really getting yourself into just by running right into it. So I think at this time, it's important for you to really slow it down and plan, and don't do things out of the blue. Plan before. With this earth energy, that's what the earth element is all about. Planning, structure, a plan that not only works out in the future, but it was planned so that if something happens, there's another route to go on. There's another, you know what I'm saying? It's not just going with it and just trying to figure out what happens as you move through it. It's about actually planning ahead. And so I kind of feel like that's what you have to do right now. Just keep planning for the future. Keep setting everything up to where it makes sense for you. I mean that money wise, and also literally make sure everything makes sense before you just rush into it. Okay. So let's go ahead and look into the end of your August. So the end of your August, Gemini, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I do like to see this because I kind of feel like things are starting to stable out. Now, I don't know if you're going to have a huge influx of money coming in, but I do feel like it's to the point where you're able to stretch your money a little bit more. And so things are starting to slow down. It's starting to become a little bit more routine for your lifestyle, and it makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing, Seven of Pentacles. Let's get a little bit deeper into that. You've understood how to kind of make things work for your routine. And you're not as stressed out about, it's more predictable is what I'm saying. Seven of Pentacles. You're getting the hang of something for sure. Four of Cups. You still are a little not sad, but you're kind of dang, when is it going to start to move faster? When can I start to, but you are seeing that this is just part of the process for it to go this slow. The Chariot. Now, this is something good. Now, this means probably towards the very, very end of August, I do see things moving at a faster pace for you, kind of out of nowhere. It's supposed to come, but maybe you don't know what day. So, for example, okay, so if you're waiting on a package, let's say the days of when it's supposed to come. You have the tracking number and all of that, but you don't know what time exactly it's going to come. So it's you're happy that it's going to happen. You're happy that it's going to be on its way, but you don't know when exactly you can be expecting it. So I kind of feel like this is the vibe that you're in. Behind that, we have the Queen of Wands. So maybe a fire sign comes and gives you this information, or they send you the information, or, you know, whatever this is. I feel like it's somebody outside of your family, like you're not related to them. So you may not even know their sign. But I do think it's someone who's, even if they're not the most beautiful person, you see them as an angel because you're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like, I was waiting on this for so long. So yeah, I see that it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen when you're like not least expecting it, but least expecting it, because you're kind of in a negative vibe. So try not to be too negative because it's coming. It's kind of like if you're in class or something and you're just looking at the clock the whole time, waiting on the time to be over. It's like, stop looking at the clock and the time will go faster. That's kind of the thing. So keep yourself busy. I would say have a routine, so that you aren't doing things out of the blue, and that you also are just staying on task. Stay on task. I do feel like somebody's bringing you something, though. Let me see if I can get some information. The Star in reverse. It's something that you haven't told anyone that you want. It's something that you've been looking at or eyeing, or you're like, dang, if I only had this, this would be better. Interesting. It's not a relationship. It's something that brings you peace, though. Okay. Interesting. It could be something that just gives you peace of mind or advice or something like that. Someone's bringing you something, though. They're coming quick. Let's see. Who is this person that's bringing you this? Alright, so we got 3 cards. I'll take them. So we have a Sagittarius, which is fire energy, like we were talking about. We have an Aquarius showing up as well. And then we have a High Priestess. So it could be somebody that you do know that you actually trust emotionally. And it could be your mom as well. Okay. I also want to, for some reason, I wanted to say this person could be a fire sign in their rising house. Okay. So you may not, it might not be their birthday per se, but their rising sign, their ascendant sign could have fiery aspects such as Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay. So yeah, it's like somebody's coming in to give you something that you've been wanting, but you haven't stated it out loud. So it's probably going to catch you by surprise, but I think it's definitely going to cheer you up. All right. And it's going to come in really quick, but it's not a relationship. It's not anything romantic. It's more so of like a structured something. Okay. I think it's something that's going to help you make money. So you're showing up as the Ace of Fire. You're ready to get things moving. You're ready to put action in. You're very, very driven towards your vision right now. And so, yeah, you're ready. Like, whatever this is, you're ready to put action towards it. You're ready to fuel the fire. It's almost like if you have a car or something on a video game and you put gas in it and it makes it go faster. You're like on a turbo pursuit. Like, you're ready to go towards something. And this person, whoever brings you something, whether it's advice or peace of mind or whatever this is, they are showing up as the Lovers. So it could have been somebody that you grew up with, or someone that you had a relationship with in the past. But I'm also seeing the Ace of Air. So there's that Aquarius energy coming through. But I think it's conversation. Like, they're communicating something to you that maybe gives you a leg up in something, or it's like word of mouth. It's a conversation they may have with you. Okay, it could even be a pep talk. I don't know, but it's something that's going to be really good for you. For some of you, this is a very specific situation, but some of you, it could be someone coming to break up with you, but it gives you the space and the breath that you need, like, so you didn't have to break up with them. This is weird. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Okay. Yeah, kind of like if you were afraid to break up with someone because you didn't want to hurt their feelings, and they come and break up with you, and you're like, well, I don't even have to do it anymore. Yeah, I'm not the bad guy. All right, and let's get one final card on what is the meaning behind all of this as far as the aspects that you don't see. What is the significance for this Gemini? The Hierophant. Yeah, it's like structure, being able to see things in a new way. This definitely could be a marriage or something. Someone breaking up with you, or someone expressing how they truly feel about you. But it's going to push you to do something different, to to go further. It could have something to do with religion as well, or school. Okay, interesting. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to dig too deep into that, Gemini, but we are going to see what the whole message for your August is. Financial and material changes. We've been talking about money the whole time, you guys. Like, the number 5, the number of change, the shift. So yeah, definitely going to be some changes in money and materials. We talked about that basically the whole reading. Okay, so don't be alarmed by it too much. The fact that you've seen this, you already have a leg up on what to expect, so that's a blessing within itself. I would say the major thing to do is to stay consistent and to plan ahead. Okay, there may be some bumps in the road, but the whole point of planning ahead with earth energy is to be ready for things like that. So make sure you're being smart about how you're using your money, planning out how you would like to use your money. You know, some of you could be working on your credit or something like that, so just, you know, keep that in mind. Be very like planned. Don't just do things out of the blue. And yeah, if you would like to have a private reading with me, you can email me lovefromaleo@gmail.com. You can also sign up for my Patreon.com/lovefromaleo, where you can sign up for monthly private readings from me every single month on whatever your choice is that you would like to have a deeper understanding of. You can follow me on Instagram at @Atayla_more, where you can basically, you know, see what I'm up to and see what's coming on the channel soon, what I'm studying, what books I'm reading, little spiritual memes and stuff like that that just make me laugh and hopefully spark something within you. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, Gemini. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Gemini.